there, y'all. Ooh.
Oh,
I think,
listen,
ooh, it was there.
listen. I can only imagine what it is to feel at your end, and you're just like, you know what? I've been quiet. I've been cool. This, that, and the third. And by the way, shout out to Chit Chat with QT. She, Melody Cherie Rogers said some of the Queen Sheba and the Mimosas from Melody on. She said, I know people always saying, why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? Melody said, I quote, if I'm quiet, that's when you should be worried. Silence is a whole tool, and silence is a whole weapon, depending on how you utilize it. So sometimes, and watch this, y'all, if a person really wants you, they will try to trap you. But the only way the trap will work is if you give energy to the trap.
Right.
Real talk, because there was somebody that tagged me and said that Asha came over here, this, and that. Now, I could have done that, but I also saw the game of you're
That's no.
tagging me so I can come over there and say what you want me to say, so then you can drag me. You not getting a response is making you lose your mental. That's more than enough of a hellhole for your fucking ass to be in. Because what you don't realize is the only way this gets air, this gets fire, this gets any soul is if I give a fuck about it. So the more I don't give a fuck and the more you give a fuck, guess who's winning? You. Because eventually the more quiet I am, the more they're going to see you as the crazy clown that you were born as.
Right.
If you
Right.
want somebody to go crazy, be silent.
Silent. And that's the thing. I'm not giving it no energy. Even him. See, I could have simply told her, hey, I know something going on between you and him because I've been knowing him since I was 13. You see what I'm saying? So and I've always been his backbone. I've always been that ride or die. So I know who he's messing with, who he not messing with. I know his pattern. And I told him every female he got with, every time he's in a relationship, he don't know how to be faithful if you gave him $1 million to be. If you gave him
Right.
$1 million and say, I need you to be faithful for at least 24 hours, he gonna lose that money because he not gonna do it. So
Right.
like I told her when she got to talking to me, she said, I wasn't aware that he was talking to you. I wasn't aware that you was at the daughter's dance, the granddaughter's dance. I wasn't aware that he's not seeing his grandkids. Then if you giving him the car to come see his grandkids, where you think he at? He ain't over here. You
Right.
feel what I'm saying? So I had to
I
cut
do.
that out. I said, "Oh, that ain't my lane. Let me." And then my new motto. Somebody can take this and make a shirt. I'm gonna mind the business that I can maintain. I can't maintain
Absolutely.
nobody else's business. I can try
Right.
to maintain mine. So I
Right.
Sis,
think
you
I
know
did.
he at the Fiesta. The lines be long, sis. He be at the Fiesta.
The lines is on at the fiesta.
The lines was long at the Fiesta and the specs, you in the parking lot. So that's what happened. He was coming.
But you know what? That could work. But I would have to say you might be stuck in traffic because we stay. You if the girl if the mistress stay in Conroe and the mama and sister them stay in with who he lives with stay in Katy, what the
Oh
heck you doing?
no, that's he
What,
might as well try.
hold on. What the heck you doing over here on Homestead, baby? What you doing on
Oh
Homestead? Okay.
no, like you should have hit the belt and like maybe 99. You probably could have took 6 or something to get back where you going, friend. Oh
Right.
nah. See, the line was long at the Fiesta, and then when he got to the specs,
Then the
the
traffic,
security was, yeah, that's what it was. It was the security guard at the front door of the specs. He was coming.
and then he had a flat tire.
And then he had a flat tire, but he don't pay for, he don't pay his bills. He ain't got no AAA, so he had to wait on, an
Right.
angel of mercy to come along. That was all. He was
Right.
coming.
Yeah, that's all. We gonna give him grace. We gonna give him grace.
Well, listen. I think the best thing the best way to move forward is to be forward with inside yourself.
Right.
You know what I mean, and that's why I would say to you, Miss Ford. That's why I would say to you, community. Hey, lady, welcome and glad to have you here. And to everybody in the chat, thank you so much for being here. Um, like I said, don't worry about the noise of hate. Worry
Hmm.
about the sound of love. Noise is broken, it is scattered, and it is tattered. A sound is clear, is coherent, and it is under one accord.
Hmm.
I cannot express to you that sometimes the reasons why you have a lot of noise in life is because you allow the noise in your life.
Mm. Tell the truth. You stepping on my toes right there. Go
I'm
ahead.
gonna say that one more time. Sometimes the reason why you hear a lot of noise is because you allow a lot of noise.
Hmm.
You know your TV has a on and off button.
Right.
Your life also has that too. And I know
Right.
for some of us, well, what if I turn off that part of my life? Okay, what if you did? Just try for a week. Well, wait a minute. I haven't had nobody pissed off at me. I haven't pissed off anybody. Wait, this is peaceful over here. Oh my God. Yeah, that on and off function works in your life. The only
Mm.
reason why you're afraid to turn that off button is because you only have known how to deal with life turned on.
Hmm.
What happens when you turn back on the TV? TV is still TV.
Programs
So
and still programs, even
that that
rerun. They
that's
rerun.
it. That is it. So if you turn off the TV, your life ain't over. You're just respecting your screen time. Okay?
Yeah.
Just
And
Exactly.
I just want to encourage our sister down here in the Gulf Coast with me. I was there. Coleslaw showed up on my porch 2 days after Christmas to show me her engagement ring, girl.
Uh.
Unannounced, uninvited, at my address on my driver's license. Okay.
Mm.
And I was
Mm.
as gracious and as kind as I could be to that
Hmm.
human in her
Hmm.
delusion
oh,
because I knew.
not that human. Oh my Lord Jesus.
Yes. Yes.
Cause
They human.
you know I can be non-respectfully, cousin.
Right.
But
But
I
you
I'm
know.
was.
just saying.
But look here, sis. This is what I tell everybody. You know why I can't go there with them? Because first of all, heaven is hot. I mean, I say hell is hot, and I'm too fine to go to hell because they don't have no
I
AC
promise
down
they
there.
gonna get me if I go.
Mhm.
So I can't go. I just like
And then, and
prison.
then,
I can't
and then,
go.
and
I'm gonna
then,
have to. My commissary gonna be low because my mama mad, and I'm gonna be out there down with the sloppy copy. So no, I can't go.
and then some of
Mhm.
my wigs are synthetic, baby. I don't want that to cut up because
Lord
my good
help.
wig is when I go up there to see on Teddy P. That's when I'm gonna really show them out.
Lord help.
Baby, I'm gonna
Look,
I
be
know.
rocking my live. But no,
let me
and then 6 months later, as
yes.
they were supposed to be getting ready for this event, things fell apart, and I was silent the entire time.
Mhm.
Entire time. And so I've watched it now. It's been about 9 months since that happened. I've been banished to, winter. So we don't really hear much or see much. And in the past week, we've been hearing. But I just want to tell you that your silence will be rewarded. He sees your
Amen.
silence. He sees you in your closet. He is hiding you. He is giving you rest in the valley. And so, as someone who has
Amen.
literally walked exactly where you have been, and I am like 6 years out from living the narc cycle, I can tell you that there is so much peace, that you are going to have so much bounty. And it won't be new people as in romantic. It will be opportunities. It'll be jobs. It'll be trips. It'll be
Amen.
volunteering. Like there will be so many. Like when I tell you the windows will open up, you will not have room enough to receive it because I am living it and I see so many people who are living it now. So I just want to tell you
Amen.
congratulations on the first step of an amazing journey that you are going to love because you are choosing peace and joy over chaos
Absolutely.
Yeah.
and harm. And that's just a beautiful thing, sis.
Oh,
That
thank
was
y'all.
very beautiful, community unity for sure. And hey, Swamp Talk with Louisiana Chick 318, another great content career. Y'all, let me tell you something. Swamp Talk with Louisiana Chick, she is a good time. She is like social media liquor. You get over there, you forget that you live. Okay? Um,
What is her channel? Because I really want to go over
yes.
there.
Swamp Talk with Louisiana Chick 318. You just type that in and you'll be right over there, child. When me, her, and Prosperity Thick Girl 40 get together, oh my Lord Jesus. I have to be the peacemaker in between these two women. And gentlemen, I'm just gonna let you know right now. When two black women are arguing, just shut your ass up. There ain't nothing you gonna say. There ain't nothing you gonna do. That your presence, respectfully, ain't gonna do a damn thing. Just let them fight it out. And when they ask, "Are you still there?" just say yes and roll the hell up. But I say all that in love because it is a good time over there. She's definitely going to be a media legend for sure. But Swamp Talk with Louisiana Chick 318, a very good content creator as well as Community and Culture. Subscribe to her and also Miss Fuller as well, who is starting her channel. Lady B is also a content creator as well.
Love the tourists. Love the tourists. Shout out to all the tourists. We are so proud of our Braylon. So if you have not had a chance to like, sub, and subscribe, and you are joining us for the first time, please do so. And as we are celebrating
Thank you
Braylon's
so much.
accomplishment, please make sure you support him in all the ways that you can. You know I'm gonna shout my baby out.
Listen, I appreciate you so much. It means more to me than y'all know. And listen, on the community wall, y'all, it's been so palpable with the love over here. Let me go to my community wall and tell y'all how many messages I have received on the
Hey,
community wall.
Swamp. I don't know if she's still in the chat. Swamp
Yes,
Talk, Louisiana Chick. I just subscribed to your channel, baby. I'm just
wonderful.
I'm gonna get to watch her too.
And let me
I
tell
got
you, you will have a wonderful time, y'all.
I
I
gotta
got
represent. I gotta represent for the boot now. I got roots from the
absolutely,
boot too.
Don't we all?
absolutely,
Don't all us Texas girls? They don't understand that these boots was made for walking, and we
For
walked
walking,
right across the line. We walked straight down I-10, baby. That's all we did.
I 10
absolutely.
by 10.
Absolutely.
By 10.
And you know what? Honestly, I think everybody's mixed with a little something. You know what I mean? Whether you stay in a state for a year or you stay there all your life, the impact of your culture of your life is only as in it is only as powerful as you make it. It is as desolate as you do not make it. And you know, when I posted that we made it to 2,000 subscribers, y'all, I got 66 comments
Mm.
saying just congratulations. And so
The
just
love is
know,
earned. The
right,
love
just know,
is earned.
absolutely, just know, just because someone is saying bullshit doesn't mean that it stink, doesn't mean it doesn't stink.
Hmm.
Because guess what? When you showcase actual facts versus bullshit, people usually get it. And usually for the people who are lost, confused, and just are just desolate with their existence in terms of supporting somebody, it will be that one point in time where it will click. Like, wait a minute, he doesn't bother you, or she doesn't bother you. Why are you over here? And then, oh my God, when you finally get, they want to kick you out. Here's the thing:
Hmm.
when you get kicked out, I know that you support that person. I you know you love that person. I know you've invested in that person. But sometimes being rejected is actually protection.
Mm. I heard that before.
There is a blessing in
Rejection.
no. My pastor
That's it.
preached that one time. The
Come on.
blessing of no.
That's it.
There are
That's
some things
absolutely
that
it.
God is keeping you from. That
Come
closed
on.
door on the other side is a fiery furnace. I'm telling you, there is a blessing in no.
Amen. You ain't never lied on that. You ain't never lied on that. I have to constantly remind myself of the day I'm having, and my mom has always said this: the day you having somebody wishes they could trade places with you,
Right
you are
now. It's
all
in
you
I see
you
you.
you are always one level away from making it or breaking it. That's why you have to appreciate where you are. And the reason why some people get so upset in life is because they're using so many cheat codes and they're not willing to play the level that they're on. Because you know what cheat codes really do? They only get you by 2 to 3 levels.
Mm.
They only
But you
get you
didn't
by
build
two
up
to
the
three
strength and
levels.
the skill that you needed to be where you now are. So now
That's
you are
it.
in a position in which you are unprepared for. I'm telling you that man, preach that sermon, bro.
That's it. No, listen,
Hmm.
I receive it because here's the thing: the skills you needed on level two, you needed the skills from level one to get to level two. And so when you keep using cheat codes to get to where you are in life, and you walk into the room where you can be, where it can make or break you, guess what? Some people they decide based on the character, not your resume. And so if you So if you use cheat codes to get into the room, but you can't handle the room, then guess what? You're gonna drop back down level one anyway.
Exposed.
You know what I mean? So listen,
And that's one of the things about earning something. That's why I said those 66 messages that you have, and I'm pretty sure as people, see there'll be more. Those are earned, not given.
amen,
You put in time, you put in work, you created a concept. And that's one of the things I love about being able to share space and share community with you, is because not only are you generous with information about the culture, and you are really good at producing your product. Shout out to all the broadcast journalism people out there
amen.
who have those Teddy P like voices, because Miss Fuller gonna go there to heaven and act bad.
You better know.
She
Yes,
A
gonna
matter
get
of
that
fact,
on
indeed.
the first
matter of fact,
day.
I'm gonna get kicked out because I'm going straight for Tupac. Oh, you know
Her
that's my
man
husband.
is
And
going
then
to
I got,
get
and then I,
baptized to a shed on the first day.
and then
Listen,
and then I'm gonna have to run across my other husband, Prince. We married 7 times removed. I married him
7 times
divorced.
removed with 140 virgins.
Yeah, you know what? You know what? That's why I'm gonna be
I
late.
tell you, I'm your sister. I'm literally down the street, around the corner. But I just want you to know that those things are earned. But you were in the gym when people were at home. As we talk about the basketball players. When I was there talking to my students, you got to be in the gym when everybody else is at the club, and that's what
Mm,
you did, right? You were in the gym practicing
working.
your free throws. You were in the gym taking your jump shots when nobody else was there. You were at the park playing under the street lights. And so when it was time for you to step into your position, you had the skills, you had everything. There were things that were happening in your life that you didn't even know why you walked through that experience. And yet here you are in this space, having this success and being able to draw on that. The good and the bad have worked to your benefit. And so I just want to say, I am so thankful that, like I said, every time God is in the neighborhood, blessing my neighbor, I'm just happy to be on the
come
street.
on,
I
come
am
on with
never
it.
jealous of anything,
Community.
anything that God has done for somebody else.
Community. I left you a message in the private chat back there. Look at it. I left you a message. You and Braylon.
Oh,
For
thank you
sure.
very
That's done.
Yeah,
much.
yeah, yeah.
That is a
That
done
that
thing.
that is a done thing for damn sure. And
Because I would
listen,
love to pull up and be live with her. Bray, can you come in?
listen, you know I will be there. And listen, I support the people that deserve support.
Exactly.
Does it matter whether you are at 50,000 like Queen Sheba or you're at 100 like, so I'm talking Louisiana chick. I support anyone and everyone. But here's the thing too, and I want to say this to everybody who may feel that you've been rejected or you've been not accepted or this, that, and the third. If I don't support you, that doesn't mean I don't want you to win. But I also have the right to protect my resources. I have the right to protect my mental health. And I also have the right to know what I deserve. So if you don't respect me, why should I bring myself as a resource to you? It's not personal. Because guess what? And this is the thing that I don't get. People who feel that people don't support people on YouTube, you got people in your real life that don't support you, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What's the
So if people in your real life have the right to support you, then why can't somebody on virtual reality not support you? Or is it the fact that you don't have anybody supporting you, that you just take out on anyone and everyone because you don't see yourself as the problem? Mm, mm,
mm,
mm.
got a point.
Fuck
Got a
that too.
point. Got a point. Got a point. Got a point.
We talked about this earlier. If you are constantly going spaces and everywhere you go, things fall apart, it may not be everybody else.
Come
Oh,
on.
there's my favorite man. Can we, boy? I tell you, I wish I had my soundboard
Hey,
up, but
the
I
hood
can't go in.
people, welcome
Man,
in.
the
God
hood
bless.
table. Let me tell you about the beginning of my journey and this beautiful queen right here that is in the chat. I love her spirit like yours so much. When I tell you, not only is she generous with her space, she is so generous with about how the business works, how the content creation business works. So I have to shout her out anytime I get a chance, because she is another one of those content creators that isn't just really good in her own space with the product that she puts out, but she is also generous with anyone that she is in community with. And I really do appreciate the things that she's done for me as a brand new creator. So
That's
shout
what's
out.
up. The hood table. Can you drop your link? because I want to go by and look at it. Because here's the thing, right? Just because we don't know each other doesn't mean that we can't support each other. You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
this is my first time hearing the sit. I'm not doing this
What?
with you, the Silver.
This queen here? Oh
Because
my god.
Silver, I'm not doing this with you. No, no.
I can't cry on
I
the
love
live break.
you.
I
I,
gotta put these
yes,
children. I gotta go cook
I
break.
I
I love
love
you,
the
the
silver.
Silver.
I love. She was the first y'all. Dude, let me tell you something.
Man.
She was the first content creator that I ever joined
Mm-hmm.
a channel. I was listening to her one day and she was just doing the videos at the time. And I said, you know what? I love her content. I love her spirit. And I was like, for the skeptical about joining, like being a member and her channel, she was the first content creator I ever became a member and paid
Yes,
member for. And
indeed.
ever since then, oh yes. And then now that she's helping with channels, that's why I say I gotta email her
Yes.
because I'm actually trying to build my channel and I don't know what to do or where to start.
Let me
So
tell
This
you
I
lady
something,
is so amazing.
and
I'm
I'm not
telling
just
you.
and I'm not just saying this because she is here. She is who she says she is. She is the real deal. She is a legend's legend. And I'm gonna tell you why I love the Silver, because the Silver is that queen that she her energy is beyond description, but she doesn't mind giving you a description to invest in you.
hmm
You know, and this is why I don't really worry about people who have this, that, and the third, because guess what? Receipts don't lie.
hmm
Don't worry about the spectators, the sideliners, and the people who don't invest nothing. Worry about the people that can invest in you. Worry about the people that are participating. Worry about the people that really do see you. And sometimes your dream has to come true in order for people to understand you. So De Silva, I love you. I value, I embrace you so much. I literally today, actually, you know what? Last night when we had our celebration, I played a clip from your channel when I talked about the own perspective of
Sure
how own
did.
is evolving. Because what I've come to realize, and this is no disrespect to anybody, before I got into this sector, there was no media perspective in the mellow media sector. Let's go ahead and be real about it.
hmm
And so what I've come to realize is water rises to its own level. And I truly think at first with people, it was like, wait a minute, who is this 29-year-old? He's bold, he's brash, he's blunt, he knows me, or this, that, and the third. But I think for some grown people who do not know who they are, the fact that a 29-year-old can match them for pound, fist for fist, and energy for energy, that is damaging for them, because they feel that young people should be this, that, and the third. But the crazy thing to me is the fact that you're giving me all this smoke is probably some of the lessons that you said to your kids of, hey, respect people. Go out and find your skill set and work it. So the skills and the love and the care that you give your kids, you hating on a person that you told your kids to be. And so my thing is this: before you attack me or any other person who knows who they are, ask yourself, would you attack your kid for knowing who they are? Because sometimes in life, the reason why we don't get along is because we don't understand that honey is honey and vinegar is vinegar.
mm
And sometimes you might just have to taste honey a couple of times to know it's honey. And other times you gotta taste vinegar to know it's vinegar. But once you know what tastes good and how you can use it, then you get used to it. But don't attack somebody just because you don't want to understand them. That's it. So love you, De Silva. Thank you so much, Queen. I'm not gonna do this with you, De Silva. And by the way, y'all, she looked 30 damn years old. I remember one time I said, listen, if you were saying, she was like, Brandon, quit being fresh with me. I'm like, I'm not being fresh. I'm saying you looking 30 and you gifted and you smart, and there's nothing wrong with appreciating a black woman. Amen. Praise him. Hallelujah.
Black women are in the
Yes, they
building.
are. Another great content creator
Yes.
as well. She does I don't know if she's been doing it, but she does Saturday Night Lady Chat, and I remember it was her first one. And y'all, even though I'm not a woman, I'm a full grown man. I said, you know what? I know what it is to try to start something. I'm gonna come through and support. So when I tell y'all I support that, it's not just lip service. I actually execute. In the hood table, feel free to drop your link in the chat because I definitely want to come through and see your channel and support you in any way that I can for sure.
And what I just want to say as a new creator, it is really difficult because if you join like the major platforms where let's say the company that we're with, like the ones that we are currently streaming with right now, when you join their lives and stuff, sometimes you can actually, and I dropped her link in the chat, right?
Okay,
um
awesome.
Sometimes you can actually get some information, and I have gotten some information. Our actually company is actually pretty good about being responsive, but if you join some of these larger, try to get help, what are we doing, like how do you do the concept, what are you doing about editing, there's a lot of little things. When I join spaces like yours and the Silver, oh my gosh, she's just such a gem, and she is such a queen
Yeah,
in this
she
space.
is.
um when I join, like even if she's just talking about her regular content, she is such a professional and
Yeah, she
consummate
is.
creative machine that it just flows from her. And like I had like a cute little notebook that sits here on my little table where I'm usually, because I work from home, and so that's where my equipment is. And I'm like constantly like taking out sticky notes, which probably I should be using for work, and writing down things that I also want to keep for when I'm doing my editing, or when I'm doing, like, she is just really so generous and so amazing. And so it's like
Absolutely.
I say, a new person in this space. When again, I was up late night joining lives and stuff like that. And she was one of the people that I was like, I just popped in the room because it was like 11 o'clock at night. I'm like, okay, let me see what's here.
Mhm.
And it was just such a empowering space. It was positive. It wasn't negative. People not acting crazy in the chat, now banning and blocking people and all
Mhm.
this other foolishness. It is just such good spaces for
Absolutely.
new people who, what, like I said, my genre is more or less news and culture. And but even being in the reality TV spaces, when you have people who are just ordained or just divinely appointed to be at a time and a
Yeah.
place, it just comes through. And so I want to say thank you to everybody who has loved on me over these past 3 4 months. It has just been a wonderful journey with you ladies, and to me and my respectfully.
No, it is. It is all good. And you know what? I have come to realize something. I have a very difficult time at receiving love, and I'll tell you why. Because I feel that love is what you're supposed to give. If you want credit for giving love, that it's not being genuine. So that's why I don't mind giving it, because I know that not everybody receives it. Where I live in Ohio, it's more white people than black people. My mom said to me, Braylon, you might be the only black person they ever see. So be the best representation of you. That doesn't mean code switch, but that just means love people for where they are. And I try my very best to give the best of me. Am I the best every day? Of course I'm not. Like for example, today there was a black teacher. If you guys were on the morning edition, there was a black teacher who held down a black child, and another black child whooped tail on him, and the teacher said, "Get him." I went the complete fuck off today and gave no damns about it. Um, I know that my content is not everyone's cup of tea, but also too, I think water rises to its own level. And do not worry about the size of what you're not. Let me say that again. Don't worry about the size of what you are not, because just because you are a big size doesn't mean that you have quality in you.
Mhm.
Real talk, because there are some smaller content creators that are knocking content out bigger than the bigger content creators. And for everyone that's saying, well, I want to get to 10K, I want to get to this and that, the greater the rise, the greater the responsibility. Because right now I'm at 2K. So I can still experiment a little bit, but I know at 11 and 6 o'clock, y'all expecting a virtual tour live. So I'm getting into that format. But the blessing of it is because of the diversity that we showcase around here, I don't have to be boxed in because the whole concept is going on tour in this virtual world to all the destinations that y'all traveling to on social media. So I would say to anybody who feels like, man, I'm only at 100, I'm only at 1,000, I'm only at this, I'm only at that. Everybody had to start somewhere. Don't worry about the size. Worry about the soul. If you worry about your soul, the size will come. You understand? Listen.
And that's why we love you. That's why we all
Listen.
gather. And yes, we want you to be on time because we're going to miss you if you're not there.
Child, this is the thing too. Like YouTube is like a
I'm the
parasocial
messy cousin.
relationship.
I'm the one with the plate, eating in her hand because I'm so messy. I'm sitting in the chair in the corner.
The Silva, you said it best right there. It's nice to be small and grow slowly which allows the CC to get to know their tribe. Absolutely. And that's why I feel like I am right now. I feel like I'm in this mode of getting to know my subscribers. And like I said, there are ignorant cockroaches on YouTube. Some ignorant cockroaches have 10,500 subscribers. Others have 100 subscribers. And no, I'm not talking about you. So I'm talking Louisiana chick. But, there's some content creators in this sector that they know who they are. Just know that ignorant cockroaches don't like intelligence in terms of raid. And so the more you spray intelligence in terms of raid in your content, eventually that ignorant cockroach is going to lose their mind. So just keep spraying that intelligence as raid and keep doing what you're doing. And if you really want to know how well you're doing, don't worry about being seen by everybody. Because like I always say, just because you're not being seen by everybody doesn't mean you're not being seen.
Gotcha.
Because guess what? Whenever Braylon Lee's name comes up, I don't know of a celebrity that dragged me in an Instagram live. I don't know of a one that is saying, I wish he would stop doing this and that. Really, every time my name come up, people come through for Braylon. And sometimes that's what pisses other people off. The fact that no one's coming out for them, but yet they're coming out for you. And trust me, everything that you do is going to piss somebody off. Always. Actually, let me see something here. I'm going to pull up my friend Brenda Gilbert because she is, first of all, she is absolutely amazing at who she is. She's a very big known player in the Hollywood game. Let me go to her Instagram page. She always is posting something positive here. Let me do this here because this one right here, oh Lord, hang on, let me see here. Let me present this, and right here, the best part about being authentic is that there's no image to maintain. You will delight some and disturb others. None of it will concern the truth of your being.
And that's where we see the other CCs get into trouble. And that's where we see people in life get into trouble. If you don't have a core, who are you if you were homeless on the street tomorrow? I'm still kind. I'm still funny. I'm still
Come on,
silly. If I had
talk
a
about
plate of
it.
food from the Salvation Army, I'd probably still be sharing it with some kid and I'd still trying to be helping with their homework. If I was homeless on the street, who are you at your core? But if
Talk
your
about it.
core is determined by your cash, if your character is determined by your checking account, then
Come on.
you will find yourself doing things and saying things and being places.
That's
Let's
it.
just be honest, that you never should have been in the first place. But if you're constantly chasing it like the next high, you just become an addict. You just become an addict to that. It's no different. You talk bad about you see on the street, but to the people that's got 15 Louis Vuittons and $250,000 worth of debt,
Come on.
and you living in an apartment and your car is one note away from being repossessed. Like, what are you doing?
That's it.
Right.
That's
Right.
it. And not to mention too, I'm just gonna say this to the subscribers. If you I'll put it like this: you can make or break your mental state.
Mhm.
If you have to always defend your content career that's always in bullshit, doesn't that get tiring? Especially when the receipts of the person that they're talking about come back null and void. Doesn't that get exhausting? Doesn't that just get frustrating? I mean, really, think about it. You're supporting a content career that's always starring shit, and the person that they talking about don't do shit. You don't think that the math equation ain't mathing? I'm sorry. Like, listen, I just let my work speak for me. And, I did this last night to showcase the diversity of my channel. And I think I need to do it again, just so that way everybody will know. So here is the channel right here. Let me go to oldest, because I've been on here for 10 years. Just a little challenge to everybody. Look at my content and then go look at your favorite content creators' content. That's no shade to anybody, but especially people who always star in bullshit. I just want you to look at this, okay? And then I want you to go look at theirs. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to tell me about the results, but if you have to sit with yourself after seeing all of this content and all of these lives here, and you come to the conclusion that, wait a minute, every live that this person has done, he's been funny, he's been intelligent, he's kind, he embraces people, he knows his base. If you come to the conclusion that you can be in heaven and peaceful, then in hell and being broken, then maybe you might need to switch who you support.
Mm.
Because the diversity is still going. It's I'm not making up any receipts. They've been over here. I just
Why would you want to rule over the ashes? Why would you want to serve in hell?
oh, ruling over the ashes. Oh my Lord
Mm.
Jesus.
Mm. Mm. Yes, indeed.
So yeah,
But I have love.
the
But yeah, I
content
have
creators
love
that
for
are here, I
everybody.
love
But
y'all. Like I really love y'all so much. Like
oh,
y'all are
absolutely,
so generous. Like y'all really are.
absolutely.
And I agree
Yeah,
with you. What you said, sis, what you, community, what you were saying about you could be homeless and you know personality. Because I'm telling y'all, look at me. I'm a witness. I lived in my car for 3 years, and when I was working at Rainbow, wasn't making enough money, and I was working at the
right.
Rainbow on Bissonnette on the other side, on the south side, and baby, I wasn't making enough money to get an apartment, and I had so much stuff up against me. So again, I will go to work when I get my paycheck. I would go pay for a hotel for 1 day. Then after that, I had to wait for another week around. But where I was at, in my car, in the parking lot of Walmart. And when I was out there, I found out I was not the only person that was out there sleeping in their car because everybody was homeless and all you had was your
Absolutely.
car. You see what I'm saying? So I'm grateful for everything. And sometimes you got to go through, you come up a little bit and go and say, okay, you're not listening and you got the wrong elements, and since you're not listening and you let it take it out, so I'm gonna take you back to square one, and you're gonna have to go back through this to get it right. Oh, how much I
Mm-hmm.
want to bet I done got it right now, y'all. I got it right.
Basically, basically is this. I sometimes God has to humble you in order to save you.
Right.
He's not humbling to hurt you. He's got to humble you to save you. Great to catch you live tonight. Stay blessed, Steven. Next Level Mindset. Much love, brother. Glad to have you here. And y'all, this is the email address for the Silva. She's got an ebook. She's got an e-course. And y'all, if y'all are not at the Silva's channel, let me drop her channel. And let me tell you something. Whether it's your first time or you've been there, it is such a good time. The Silva is saying, Queen, you should write a book about your story. I'm gonna tell you how I found the Silva. It was through the one and only Tea Talk with Your Girl. Um, she said to me that Braylon, go over to the Silva, because there was a point in time where my voice, I was still trying to find my voice, and y'all, she accepted me exactly as who I am. There's a thing on my wall that says somewhere someone is looking for exactly what you have to offer. So De Silva took on a black man who's a bit who has a rambunctious personality, who is long-winded, but who also has a good soul. And that's why I often say that, listen, all the scars and the hyenas that are in the Pride Lands, there are some Simbas and some Nalas and some Timons and some Pumbas and some Rafikis in the background, and you don't know who knows who. And you know what happened to Scar at the end of the Lion King, right? The people that he was utilizing against Simba and them, Simba told them the game plan of how they were getting used. And Scar got destroyed by his own people.
Exposed.
Movies have a lot of Movies have a lot of lessons. Some of y'all just need to pick them up and learn from them. Hell to the low. Mm-hmm.
Are we away? Are we away? Are we away?
Come on! The mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight.
Okay, listen, you got the wrong two chicks up here with you tonight, boo.
Listen, it is all good, but I think that was to I think that I don't know if that was to Miss Fuller or Comm-UNI-TEA, but De Silva said, "Queen, you should write a book about your story."
Oh, Miss Fuller.
Yeah, and I have been told that so many people, like, you can tell it. You can tell it, girl. You can tell it. You can say some people, because you just don't know. And sometimes, y'all, I don't even know how I came out of it. Because when I go back and look at some of the stuff that I was not supposed to be here or walked out of it, it's like, how did I do this? But that's where it goes back and say, God lifted you up, and He don't lift you up out of the ashes for you to turn back around and go back into the fire. When He remove you from that, go on to something else. You got to be wise. It's like you come to, like you say, Braylon, it comes to a point where that light bulb got to go off. It comes to a point you got to learn to just, like, okay, when you going to get it? And trust me, I got it this time around, y'all. I got it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to pull up on sis, and we're gonna have to do a live, like a lunch and learn. Like it might have to be a 3-part live, like
Yes.
Lifetime movie. We can't even do the biopic in like one sitting, y'all. So, Braylon, when Sister Juju joined the chat, our screenwriter and producer,
Yes.
uh, yes,
You got
look, we're
you
gonna
got
put
to
the
let
whole
me know, girl.
production
You got to
together
let me
right
know.
now.
You gotta let me
Look,
know,
we're
because
gonna.
you gotta let me know so I can make sure I can put on that. I got to go on up and carry that Stairway to Heaven with. You hear what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah, that's right. We gotta
Stairway.
make sure we're rocking the Teddy P. We definitely gotta make sure we gonna rock the I'm ready to see the angel looks. Yeah, we gonna be
Yeah,
casting sharp when we get down there to the get down there.
cause
We gonna get
Braylon,
a little
cause,
co-working
Yeah,
space. We gonna set it up
cause
just like Oprah. And if you want to jump on them people couch, it's not ours. It's cool. Go ahead, sis, because you got something to shout about. I just want to be there, like
absolutely.
a less cute Andy Cohen, and just let her tell her story. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna just go over there and grab my tambourine randomly and just shake it. And I might go to the keyboard once or twice, but that's about it.
there
That's
you go,
all I'm
there you
there
go,
to do,
there you
is
go,
to
there you
facilitate
go.
and grab my tambourine and play the keyboard every once in a while. So,
Yeah,
no, I am
Absolutely.
really thankful for any time that people find victory after they
yes,
have been, through the fire.
victory.
When you
Absolutely.
walk out, especially when you can say, I walked out unsinged. He kept me.
That part.
Like I come out and I am better. Like Job, I've gotten double. When that happens for you, that is something to be celebrated, shared, because there are people behind you that are on their knees and the flames are all around them and they don't know if they're going to be able to make it. And what we saw in the story earlier, where that mom shared just how what was powerful for that was that the letter she left her mom, to let her mom know, you did everything. You stood when you were supposed to stand. You prayed when you were supposed to pray. This was my journey and my choice. And it is a very difficult thing as a parent to accept when your child is no longer here. Because remember, we saw in the episode a couple of weeks ago that you did, where she says grief is love that has nowhere to go. Gina was King was talking about losing her son.
Mm,
So for her to create the foundation, and that young lady, if you didn't get a chance to see the earlier part of the episode, we talked about Was it Chrisley?
Let me see. Yes, Chris Lee Christ, who
Yeah.
jumped off of a 30-story building and committed
Oh
suicide.
my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
her mom
and
wrote this book, and like I was over
yes,
here in tears. Like I had to get myself together.
yeah,
But
um,
You know what, Braylon? This is why, cause see, I'm seeing this. You know what? I've been seeing this all across social media, certain situations like that, and that's why I always tell people. Cause even when in my darkest times and stuff, I always tell people when somebody say, "Are you okay?" I have to go on, oh, like on my TikTok, and I post up, y'all go check on somebody. Just because we say we okay, don't mean we okay.
come on now.
Sometimes look at the message that we post. Look at certain situations, and sometimes if you know a person, it's like Braylon. If I call you and I talk to you, and you like, wait a
Yes,
minute, she sounded differently. Oh, I need to really contact, because
hmm
they don't really you don't realize your presence or your conversation can talk somebody down.
that's it.
Who's to say that whatever state of being that little baby was in, if somebody could have gotten to her, they could have talked her down from that situation, but we never know, because sometimes you
Amen.
just don't know, because the pain be so bad, y'all, and all in our minds. I'm gonna show you what the mindset we be in. The pain be so bad, we just want it to go away. So
Right.
when you feeling so much pain, you just want to step off of something because you
Amen.
want it to go away, but you're not thinking until somebody grab
Correct.
you and say, "Let me pull you back." There you go.
and that's what the mom said. She had already attempted previously. This time, she made sure that she picked
Hmm.
a time and a location, and a manner that she would not be interrupted this time. And one of the things they were saying is this was a woman who has a wonderful career.
Yes.
She's on TV. She's famous. She's wealthy by most accounts.
She, she was
And yet,
she was she was an attorney as well, passing 2 bar exams. I mean, like I said, I remember her on Extra, and you know, I listen. I can only imagine what it
I
is
remember her.
to go from being a regular person
to Miss
to
America,
Miss America, Miss USA, and to then be on one of the top entertainment news magazines in the world, where your original goal, your original dream was to be an attorney. Like, what the what? So, I always say that not everyone's dreams is heard out loud. Like, for example, a lot of people may not know Taraji P. Henson, for example, wanted to be a comedic actress, but she got into drama because that was the role. And so, what I've come to realize from celebrities, and the reason why I try to give love, grace, and space most of the time, is because we don't hear everybody's dreams out loud. Like, for example, Denzel Washington, he said, I had to get, it was a hard time for me getting funding for my movie. And he's Denzel Washington. It should be a struggle for me to get funding. But Denzel Washington should be getting approved for $100 million budget. But it
Mm,
goes to show not everybody that you see is respected. So give
mm-mm.
love, grace, and space, because you don't know all the dreams that have been denied. Just because you in Hollywood doesn't mean your dreams get approved all the time.
And just because you want, because I told you I'm a friend of a friend, he's real cool.
Hmm.
Just because you see them in movies, just because you see them on the screen, doesn't mean they have a whole lot of money.
That's
Doesn't
it.
mean that they're rich. Y'all don't realize these people in Hollywood, they go, and I think because I'm quite few friends with quite few of them. I don't mention them because they know my thing is I always protect them, because, and that's why they look at me as being unique. I protects them. I protects their identity. So when they talk to me, coming to me, talking to them, I don't talk to them like, oh wow, you such and such, and I always say I'm never a groupie. I'm a friend. I'm a human being. So if you want to talk to me and you want somebody who can talk to you without anything and you can be yourself, then here
Hmm.
I am. But if you with the foolishness, I prefer you to not be in my space. If you want to act and pretend and play, don't be in my space.
Correct.
And and ever since then, and they look at me as, oh, Miss D is crazy. She cool. I have you in stitches, everything.
Right.
all types of stuff, just like I have y'all all that time. So it's
Yes,
like,
indeed.
but I make sure it's like whatever we conversate about, you will never hear it on no social media, no YouTube.
Right.
I don't drop their names. I don't even tell who I know. I just talk to them. We laugh, we kick it, laugh and whatever. I give them the advice, and then that's it.
That's it.
But at the end of
I'm
the day,
with you.
I still be to myself, and I'm still people don't understand. I don't want to say I'm lonely, but I am at times, y'all, because for 4 years I have been just celibate. Four
Right.
years.
Well, I mean, Barbara Walters, she said something very powerful. She said, I may be alone, but that doesn't mean I'm lonely. And I had to sit with that because I'm just like, all I do is go to work and come home. And what she meant by that was, I may be alone, but I'm not lonely in terms of my friendships, in terms of the work I do, in terms of what I invest. So, and this is the thing too when it comes to dating culture. Because it gets on my nerves a little bit when people say, "Oh my God, people who got FWB and menage a trois, they're not serious about relationships." No, that's not the case. I think people honestly are just tired of bullshit. They're tired of their time, energy, and commitment being disrespected. So it's best to be with somebody that just wants what they want rather than investing and giving their all and being brokenhearted. And so, to me, when it comes to the dating culture, I'm not saying that just because somebody has an FWB or whatever that they're not serious, but just ask them who they are as a person. We gotta get past somebody judging them. Just, oh my God, you're with that person. You've been with them for 5 years now. Okay, now if you've been with somebody for 5 years and nothing's happening, then okay. But if somebody just wants companionship, as long as they're not hurting anybody, mind your own fucking business. Because it's always the ones that want to drag everybody else for what the fuck they do. Meanwhile, your life is the shittiest life that you got. And you can't tell nobody about it. Like, come on now.
And that's one of
Bring
the things I want to tell our sister down there. Like, how when you were living in your car, how many people knew that? Probably not many. You went to work, you lived your
hmm
life, and
Now
for
the
the most part,
now family members did. They did. But and they was so crazy because I helped everybody. When I had the money and all that, I helped everybody. But when they got they self and they got up on their feet and they got me put out of places because of the dramatization and what they was doing, everybody shut their doors. And then once I got back up on my feet, hey, that's why I came back across and I ended up marrying my husband from high school because we was middle school, high school sweetheart, and we came back across each other back in 2016 when we met. When we came back across, and I was building, and I got everything back up on my feet. What happened from him? The kids, everybody just came and swiped. Everything was snatched away from me again.
Right.
So where I'm at now, I'm staying in one of my daughter. I call her my daughter-in-law, but she really my baby girl now. Um, my grandkids' mom. I'm staying with her until I get my spot. You see what I'm saying? So when everybody counted me out, God said, I got you, but I need you to be in this room for a second so I can talk to you. So I let you hear. So yeah, people knew. People, even the people at my job knew. And my manager used to always say, Denise, I don't understand how you do it because you come in here like light camera action. You a whole different person. I'm laughing. I'm this, I'm that. But then at the end of the day, when everybody go home, they had a nice bed to go to. They had a warm bed to go to.
Right.
I had nothing to eat. I had a car, sitting at least sleeping in a hot car, charging up my phone. That's all I had. And it was sick. It was dark days for me. But I managed.
Right.
I
And
managed.
I appreciate your vulnerability, your openness, and your honesty because I think sometimes what may seem small to us may be the biggest thing to somebody else. One of my all-time favorite shows was Extreme Makeover Home Edition, when Ty Pennington was a good morning, so and so family, and they would bust out the door. Exactly. They would bust
Yeah.
out that door and go on that week long vacation. We got 24 hours to build this home. And the most heartwarming thing is when that, you know what, instead of just talking about, let's just watch a move that bus, damn it. Because listen, if
Roll
y'all
that
have
beautiful
never
being
seen,
footage.
listen, if you have never seen a move that bus,
Mm-hmm.
y'all, it is one of the,
And the
um,
way them people, yeah, let's not spoil it. Okay, yeah.
hang on, because this is, let's see here, let me see. Let me see here. Because I mean, and this is the thing too, like, even though the show was the show for what it was, and I know that there was some homes that people weren't able to keep, I
Yeah, it
will
was some unfortunate
say,
news.
I will say that the fact that a community could come together at the
That
end of the
quick.
day that quick because they wanted to was nothing but a blessing. So let
Yeah,
me,
most of those bills are like 30 days at the most.
absolutely. So here it is. Here, let me pause it. And honestly, let me tell you how deep this show is to me. I said to my friends and my family, if I was in Hollywood and ABC called me to host the new version of Extreme Mega or Home Edition, I would not host it until I talked to Ty Pennington. That's how much I respected this damn show, because that bullhorn is a responsibility. And my friends are like, Bray, why would you care about what Ty Pennington says? It's not his show. No, that brother was on the road for weeks and months taping as many shows as they did just to make sure that our family had a home. He did a service, and that service only deserves to be respected by me asking that. I'm sorry that some people don't have a respect for a person or respect for a product or a service or a platform, wherever the fuck, but I was raised different. So with that being said, let's watch one of the best moments in television history. Here we go.
Independence. And like for the first time ever, Jake's going to do whatever he wants on Jake time.
That's it!
All right, people, we finished the house. Bring it home. Bring it home. Welcome home, guys, family. Welcome home, Jake.
The amount of people that showed up to support our family, it was incredible. You realize, your family, your friends, your community built this house. Before you ever see it, it makes it feel more like a home already, knowing that it was built with your friends' hands. It was built with passion and caring, and it's overwhelming.
I just want you to know that what's behind this bus is going to give you a chance to continue what you do and really give a lot of kids another chance at life. And I think it's also going to take some of the worry that you have every single day about the safety of your own kids, especially Jake.
Cool, dude. All right.
So what do you say? You guys want to see what's behind this bus?
Oh man.
You know what to say with the
Move that bus. Oh my Lord Jesus. Man.
Here we go.
Woo, man.
Oh, my Lord.
Man.
Oh, my. Wow. That thing's pretty.
When the bus moved, I was stunned. I just couldn't believe how beautiful it looked. The old house was a combination of dangerous for Jake and also inadequate in that his independence was extremely limited. What you've given him is a chance to be more like everybody else than we could have in our lifetimes.
If you guys love the house, you got to give a big hug to Melanie Spurgeon, the guys who design built homes. Come on out,
So pretty.
I'm proud to be the builder who built this dream for this family, but I couldn't have done it without the support of the community here. With Jake, with the conditions that he has, that he wasn't independent, to have a house that he could be independent. I thought that was an impossible feat, but we did it. The impossible is possible. If you dream it, believe it, you can make it happen.
So, guys, family, I've been waiting to see this all week. Go check out your brand new house.
Now, I'm gonna tell you something right now. That moment has motivated me like so many moments in media, and that's why I really strive to have a media career, because I want to be able to create that move that bus energy in every production that I do. I think the reason why that show is still so impactful is they built this home. They build these homes in a week. And Boss Man Blake, welcome in. Glad to have you here, brother. They built these homes in a week. And to have that community rally around probably around 7:30, 8:30 in the morning, and to see this is the whole RV, a bus, something you see down your street, regular, schmegularly, and knowing behind that bus is going to change someone's life. I'm sorry, you can't put a price on that. So that's why people want to say brands, this, that, and the third. This is why I'm doing what I'm doing. And if you hate somebody that has that much of a heart, a soul, and the mindset for people, that says more about you than me. Like I said, ignorant cockroaches do not like the intelligence of Raid. And Raid, in terms of this mental metaphor, is being responsible, knowing your facts, and moving in love, peace, and understanding. So, whoa, that damn moment, man. And the show's been off the air for years. Every time I watch a Move That Bus, it still breaks me down, child. I can't. Oh, Lord. Y'all go ahead with y'all commentary and what y'all think about that moment there.
It touches me. It touches me. It touched my spirits right there. And that's something we don't see often anymore.
No, we don't.
And we need to get back to that. That I don't mind seeing that on TV. I don't mind us seeing the positive versus this crap that they showing right now. It's almost like the music on that's been playing over the airways. It's not music anymore. It's garbage. No offense to some of the artists, but hey, it's not music anymore. You know, so now it just what we seeing on our screens. I don't know what's going on now. Somebody is very, very not happy with themselves because what happened to the love, support, helping people, showing positivity instead of tearing people down. We don't have that anymore.
Yeah, one of the topics I'm actually following is the scandal in Houston, Texas. And if you've seen what's going on, sits down there in the Harris at Klein High School.
Yeah,
One of the things
I'm
that
angry with that. I'm angry about that one.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead on and just be like 36 of this T plus. I don't want to give him a hate. He just got the 2000. I don't want to mess with his blessings over here. So we're gonna use all the terms. Okay, so there is a teacher at the high school who has a son who is clearly a criminal. He is having runaway students who may have been in contact with the school work as a part of his services at different hotels. Okay, everybody picked up what I laid down. All right. So back in February of 23, a teacher at the school whose daughter might or might not have been part of the people at the places that was being over there on the Bissonnette. She know about the Bissonnette, but we gonna leave that there for the people who are not from Texas.
Mhm.
Um, tells the people in the school that, hey, the laws just came to my house talking about my daughter, man. Like, they say that lady might be a part of this whole stuff that went on that was like 6 months ago. So like, it's already been 6 months as it is. They leave this lady on her job until April of 2024. Another 14 months. Now, according to them, the district, um, the reason they left her on her job is that when they contacted the Harris County Sheriff's Office initially, they said that she was not a suspect. But I actually did a deep dive on my channel if you want to go over there and look at this, and it might be censored. So you do have to be over 18 because it is really rough with these runaways. So you have a breakdown in the family unit. You have a breakdown in the systems and structures that should have been there to support these
Mhm.
these children.
Mhm.
And then the people that come in contact with them at the school ultimately traffic them. Like, literally, that is the word that is being used in all local media: Fox News, KHOU, Texas Tribune, pick them up, put them down, whatever. It's all there. And what you find out is, in the initial incident, so the night they showed up to this first location at the hotel and everybody gets exposed, one of the people leave the location and get in the teacher's car. That's in the initial police report. So they knew that there was a real possibility that there is someone other than the human male that they have in custody that is helping with this situation. And then when they go and talk to the parents of some of the victims and they find out that this might be a nexus, and then even somebody tells, so we don't know how many people that we have out here on the streets that have been the victims of serious abuse. We don't know how many people we have out here that are the victims of not only just aging out of the foster care system, which literally there are tens of thousands of people each year that age out of that system, and they're gonna show up at the club and they're gonna show up at the Walmart, and y'all gonna TikTok about them, and y'all don't even know like why you're seeing what you're seeing is harm, trauma, unresolved, unmitigated, untreated. And then when they harm themselves and others, we all stand back shocked, like, I can't believe this happened.
Mhm.
But how many vulnerable people do we have out there that if it didn't happen to where you ended up in the system, it happened in your family and nobody wanted to talk about it over Thanksgiving?
Mhm.
Because somebody might have been the person that was helping pay for the light bill or the gas bill. So we can't talk about that. So the fact
Mhm.
that you want that little girl to sit next to you on this side of you, knowing full well that the person is sitting across the table from you, is a thing you need to address. Your solution is, well, we just gonna make sure she sit right here
Mm-mm.
and don't let her go to the bathroom by herself or nothing like that. Or when they outside, make sure somebody watching them children while they play. But this is
Mhm.
insane.
Mhm. You're right. Cause them
That
three
is
little.
that is a legitimately crazy story. You know, I have felt since 2020 everyone has been losing it.
Hmm.
Sincerely, celebrities have said things that maybe they should not have said, and
I
what
guess.
I've come to realize ever since 2020, whether you sit high or look low, or you sit low and look high, everybody goes through things. And as much as we lost, we have gained a lot. So it's nice to know that soul is mattering again, because sometimes I wonder, does anybody really have any emotionality in the world? So I definitely relate to that story. And just, can we just have stability and decency and order? And not order in terms of control, but just order in terms of just regulation of emotionality. Seriously.
And peace. And can you stop harming other people? Like, what are you doing? Like, think about some of the stories we cover outside of the reality space. Like, bro, what are you doing? How did you arrive at the conclusion when you were at the fork in the road between A and B? You looked at B and said, yes, I want a mugshot.
That part. That part. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. Another thing that's the biggest problem in Harris County out here, and I haven't. I'm about to do some research and investigation. But CPS, you see what I'm saying? I'm gonna
Trash.
get. I've been dealing with them for years because they took my babies away from me. They took my kids away from me when my children was 4, 5, 6, and 7 and 8. You see what I'm saying? All because let me show you something. People can falsify a whole lot of stuff. It's almost like the YouTube channel. Hey, I don't like you, so I'm gonna strike your channel, but you don't do no investigation. That's what CPS was doing. And they did it towards me. It took my kids for almost 2 years, and I had to go to courts fighting and fighting and fighting, all because I had to fight family members who was not bold enough to fist fight me in the street. They went at my kids. So they know they couldn't mess with me no other way because I was a force to be reckoned with. So they wanted to break me down like the way they did. They messed with my kids. But what they wasn't ready for and the courts wasn't ready for, I came in there like a rolling thunder and I had let it be known. I said, you go head on and release my children. Cause I say over here we give away shoes and clothes. We don't give up no kids. See what I'm saying? That's what I was saying. And I was sitting in court next to a woman. This I never forget this. I was sitting in the court next to a woman who was crying and telling them, do not give her child. I mean, not to a woman, a father, another family. Telling them, do not give the mother that child. Don't give that mother that child. They gave that mother that child later on that evening. That girl had that little baby. That baby was 2 years old, and I be god dog it. Within 4 hours of that, her having that child, they found that baby in Brays Bayou. You see what I'm saying? So again, and that's what made me mad with the judge. Y'all was trying to hold my children away, and I'm a dang good mother. You can see my records, see my track records. But you gave somebody who we known that was nutty, and y'all gave that girl lady that baby. That baby was screaming because she did not want to go with her mom, and the courts forced that little baby to go to the mom just for her not to be here anymore. And I say rest in peace to that little angel. But it to me, the system out here is jacked up.
Oh no, it's
This
not to you. It's not to you. Like we have a federal court cases in my weekend update that a federal judge is currently fining Texas Department of Health and Human Services $100,000 for violating for the third time a contempt order to get their CPS stuff and foster care system together. The state is literally purposely violating a federal court order to hire more staff, to create more beds, to investigate group homes, to do all the things that CPS and Health and Human Services is supposed to specifically for our most vulnerable kids and families. What should have happened in your case is you should have had a case manager that should have not only helped you maintain custody of your kids, made sure that all the allegations against you were factual. You should have had an advocate in court. That's what, when you have a fully funded infrastructure, that is what you get. But what the state of Texas has chosen to do, specifically, Brandon, we were just talking about Arkansas, how Succubee landers up there and the landers deedly deedly doos up there. Oh, we got our own version of insanity going on down here in the Lone
hmm
Star. And what she experienced is not an accident. That is
it
by
is
design. They have been in
and
court for
community.
14 years, violating a federal court order to do what they were supposed to do. And guess what? Texas leads the nation every year with the number of children that expire who are under the care of the state. They are in CPS or foster care and they are
And
expiring, and it is happening every single year. And we lead the nation. Man, I love y'all. Look, I got to go because, like, this breaks my heart because I spent 8 years, y'all. 8 years, and I had to walk away in May of 22. I had to walk away from me in 22. It was just too much watching hurting families and hurting babies and inadequate systems and people who were taking money and people who were wasting money
and
and doing nothing.
community, I want to ask you this before you go. Don't you know, when I investigated them and I tried to, and I'm still looking into a lawsuit against them because my children was SA'd in their system. And then I found out some more kids were too. And I was like, you taking these kids from their families with potential bloodline so you can get money so they can still get abused in the system. And somewhere when I tried to file the first lawsuit or get it started, they are protected by immunity or something. And
That
I'm
is
like,
correct.
And I'm like, it's some kind of way, and I'm still gonna invest because if I, with every breath in my body, I'm going after them. They gonna need to be stopped, and the laws going protecting them gonna have to be changed because this is ridiculous. It's
So a dirty
ridiculous.
little secret that most citizens don't know about CPS, y'all. I hated the fact that my job touched this so much. Like I cannot tell you how many times I've talked to caseworkers. I've had my reports read in court. Like people just act like, and I understand. Like in this particular situation, one of the reasons why I covered this story is because for 17 years I was one of the good people. I was the lady that went to the district in February 23. If I saw something, I would have said something, and she did. And for 14 months, they left this predator, this criminal, this felon, this trafficker in a building with our children. 2,000 of them, because Houston high schools are ginormous. They have like 25, 3,500 schools. If y'all know anything about like sports, because like Braylon does, because he's a sports guy, because he's from the South. Like we have super max schools, 6A, 6 AAA. Like these schools have thousands. They're literally like college campuses. They're so huge. And so, in the CPS system, if your child is placed into foster care, whether it's a facility or a person that is licensed through the state to receive these children, that person gets a stipend, a amount of dollars. Is a negligible sum. Don't get me wrong, but it does flow with that child. If
Mhm.
that child is placed with a family member that is not certified as a provider through the state, they get no money. So,
Mhm.
what happens in vulnerable families that are already in poverty
Right.
and they can't afford to take on an extra amount? They end up placed in a system. Our group homes are rated some of the worst in the nation. They are constantly closing and moving kids and having to fire people who are seeking positions in these places. And I am telling you, because part of my caseload was intake from kids who were placed in a particular group home, just so happened to be zoned in, school district. Where you zoned, that's where you go to school at. So it was zoned our school. So I was a part of the intake. So every time we got a new kid, like I was in these like 2, 3, 4 hour long meetings with 27 people, because there's psychics and physical therapy, all stuff. So the system itself rewards this moneyed entity versus valuing what you hear lying people say, lying liars who lie with their lying lips say, that family and God and community is important. They tell you that out their mouth, but when you watch where they spend their money and their time, you know exactly who and what they are. Family, I love y'all, bro. I could be with you all night, my respectfully
Oh no, it's all
wholesome,
good.
handsome love muffin. But I'm gonna go help my babies with these homeless and grill up these shrimps. Fresh out the Gulf Coast. Fresh out the Gulf Coast. I love you, sister. We can keep in touch.
All right.
And I
We ain't.
definitely pray when we do the live and we are in Harris County and we are wigged up like we going to see Teddy P. And I'm gonna go up there and like kiss my granny because I just miss her so much.
Yeah.
So when we do that, you definitely got to come through. You might even have to flute you out, boo.
All right, we will, because I got something I think me and you can work on, and that's gonna help us, our city and our community, and then work it out from there. Braylon, I love you as well, baby, but I know I done had a long day on stuff, so I'm gonna actually step down
Oh no,
myself and
you're
go
fine.
get ready for bed. I'm like my old grand. I got to go to bed with the chickens and the roosters and stuff like that.
Yes, indeed. Wake up on time with them. I understand.
Yes. And stuff. But y'all have a blessed night. I love everyone in the chat. Kings and queens, y'all do y'all thing. I'm so proud of each and every one of y'all. And this is love, true love coming this way. And you too, Braylon. Anything you need from me, you got my number now. You give me a shout out.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Thank you so much, Lovey. We'll talk soon.
All right. Y'all have a good night.
You too, beautiful. Y'all, that's what we do around here. We allow people to breathe, we allow conversations to happen, and we love to learn, not shame. So, with that being said, let me get the daily motivator here. Let's see. Right here. It's time for the daily motivator, everybody. Never ignore a gut feeling, but never believe that it's enough. Robert Heller. I like that. Never ignore a gut feeling, but never believe that's enough. Basically, what it's saying is just because it's your gut feeling doesn't mean that You shouldn't do all your research to figure out if it's the truth. I love that. It's time for the Daily Motivator for Monday, April 22nd, 2024. Higher perspective. Don't waste your effort trying to push the problems down to a lower level. Instead, raise yourself to a higher level. From the top of the mountain, you have a better perspective. So climb the mountain. Do the work to get yourself above the problem, physically, mentally, spiritually. See the bigger picture, and within that picture will be more possibilities, resources, and connections. Expand your horizon, and suddenly you have a greater area in which to operate. Factors previously limited you could very well empower. Factors that previously limited you could very well empower you when viewed from a higher perspective. Rather than being overwhelmed by any situation, look for how you can rise above it. Work to gain the high ground and give yourself plenty of good options. Ralph Morrison. I love that. I always say higher is waiting, low is available, but either way, we are live on tour. I often say that because it's true. Every day we go live on tour in our life, to our family, to our friends, to our workplaces. Whether you're an entrepreneur or you work for somebody, we are all on tour. In order to get to that higher perspective, you have to be responsible for the perspective that you're giving. That's one. The second thing that I see from this daily motivator is expand your horizon, and suddenly you have a greater area in which to operate. Before you can operate in an area, you have to know how you operate within your mind. How you think plus how you move determines how you flow. How you think, how you move determines how you flow. So how you think in an area and how you move in an area is going to determine how you operate in that area. And then work to gain the higher ground. A lot of us want high ground, but we are not willing to put in the work. Remember the song from Mary Mary that says, I can't give up now. I've come too far from where I started from. Nobody told me the road was going to be easy, but God did not bring me this far to leave me. The only way you know that you can't give up now is because of the work that you put in. So with that being said, it is time for the best outro on YouTube. Know what you do and do what you know. Never say you weren't born special, because you were always born a blessing. Trust you may not be where you want to be, but by the end of it, you'll be where you need to be. Do what you've been chosen to do. Why is one thing call yourself, is another thing to be chosen. One love, much love, all love. I have spent time with you. You have spent time with me. Hopefully by spending time together, we're going to be great together. And always remember, we're doing radio, television, YouTube, living your best life, or you're just showcasing that just because people say what the receipts are doesn't mean that that's the actual receipt. And that receipts can come back null and void, because your truth is your truth. Their truth is their truth. But the truth is always the truth. Make sure the replay is not just for you watch it, not just for you listen to it, but for you to want to experience it again. I love you. I value, I embrace you all. Bossman Blake, thank you for being here. Community culture. Thank you for being here. De Silva, love you, sister. Love you, queen. Love you, love you, love you, love you. Steven, Next Level Mindset, thank you so much. Black women are in the building. Thank you so much. The Hood Table, thank you so much. Lady B, thank you so much for being here as well. Let's see here. I'm trying to thank everybody for coming through here, because I often do. Let's see here. Swamp Talk with Louisiana Chick, Linda Gamble, Tyler T Mom, G Mom, Linnell Stiller, Michelle H Tuff, G Squad, 68, Snatched by Diego. Much love to you. I think that is everybody. I always remember, on receive love, you gotta give it. On receive love, you gotta give it. On receive love, you gotta give it. Wherever obstacles you have overcome, wherever successes you have achieved, wherever obstacles you have overcome, wherever successes you have achieved on this particular day, I'm extremely proud of you, but no one else is proud of you. Be proud of your damn self. And finally, y'all, just recognize that the power does not lie within the people that are in your life. does not lie within the places you go in life. The power of how big your life is will always be determined by you. You are able to rise and you are able to fall. The question is, which one do you want to do? I love you, I value you, and I embrace you all. I will see you real soon. I'm going to give y'all a commercial break. I'll give y'all a commercial break and then fireworks. Enjoy the fireworks for the day that was, for the day that's coming, for the blessings that are on the way for you, me, all of us, as a society, as a people, and as a culture. I feel the love, and I send it right back to you. Good night, everybody.
If only there was a place in the morning to start my day. With a smile, somewhere to help me get in the know. Oh wait, there is.
Good morning, America.
GMA 7A. Now that's how you start your day.
Welcome to Copeland's.
Copeland's is not just some fancy place for your big night out. In fact, there's no occasion too big, or if you like, too small. Copeland's. There's always something good.
Welcome to Copeland's.
Copeland's is not.
Sweet morning dew, one look at you, and it was plain to see you were my destiny. God, you were found. I come from nothing. Our son is your son.
Welcome to the celebration.
We all we got. I'll see that.
Don't you leave here today for happiness. I want you to leave here to show.
Things have been a little quiet around here. We've missed the fun. We've missed the excitement. We've missed the entertainment. We've missed the nightlife. But most of all, we've missed you. We're getting ready. Caesar's Rewards. We can't wait to welcome you back. Things have been a little
I got a question for you. What does this city know about luxury? Huh? What does a town that's been to hell and back know about the finer things in life? Well, I'll tell you. More than most. You see, it's the hottest fires that make the hardest steel. Add hard work and conviction, and the know-how that runs generations deep in every last one of us. That's who we are. That's our story. Now, it's probably not the one you've been reading in papers, the one being written by folks who've never even been here and don't know what we're capable of. Because when it comes to luxury, it's as much about where it's from as who it's for. Now, we're from America, but this isn't New York City, or the Windy City, or Sin City, and we're certainly no one's Emerald City.
This is the Motor City, and this is what we do.
This is for all you multi-talented, multitasking, multi-everything people out there. Take it away.
Find your glory, write your story, fearless feet will carry you. Time you own it, take your moment, be a fire burning through. Hustling from night until morning, grinding it out, it won't be long. Feel your power, it's your hour, you inspire, you are strong.
Enjoy your Zoa. No applause? You're all fired.
Now that you've reached the stage in your life where quality television is important, Nubian TV is a black network that speaks to your lifestyle. Nubian TV is the world's first digital network devoted to the upscale and political lifestyles of black people. Nubian TV's programming includes politics, travel, fashion, food, automotive, arts and culture, civil rights, music, and more. Watch now on Amazon Fire TV, Roku, or watch globally at NubianTV.net. Nubian TV, it's what you want to watch.
Caesar. Just look at him. Politician, general, author, ruler, man. Legend has it, he's not only stared into the belly of the beast, he's had it for dinner. Here he's free to relax, or party, or relax, or party, or relax, and party. His is a world of opulence, excess, and the occasional impulse buy. Not one to rest on his laurels, he's famous for ushering in a new age of entertainment. So, for anyone seeking a place where the sun never sets on a good time, all this awaits.
I am Caesar, and I approve this palace.